Hey, it's Tuesday. It's pretty much 7:30. You guys know what that means at this point. It's time for the Tuesday night live stream. Up until the holidays, every Tuesday, 7:30. We broadcast live every single Tuesday here at my channel. Hi, my name's Carson. We got some awesome books to show this week. So as usual, as I'm waiting for everybody to come into the chat, all that good stuff to fill up. I'm going to talk about my current reads this week, but I do want to give a quick shout to Popcom. He says, "Oh yeah, brother!" I gotta get one wrestling impression in just about every one of these live streams. So first up, we got, and I just read these pretty much right before I hit the play button, except with the exception of one book I'm trying to get caught up on, but the OMG book of the week, I guess, last week, the Magic Order #5. Holy crap, was there a twist in this one? So I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with Magic Order. I thought this was supposed to be the last issue, but apparently it's going to keep going and going. So yeah, I don't know. I guess spoilers, or you want to put your stuff on mute until I put this book down like that. But I guess spoilers, real quick. Yeah, one of the brothers of the main family just decides he was in it the whole time to bring back and resurrect his daughter, who he's responsible for letting die via magic means. So he kills his brother and is getting ready to kill his sister to side with the bad guys. As you can see by the cover there, it's not good for anybody in the family. So there's pretty much only one good family member left on the last panel of this comic. So I'm guessing issue 6 is the new last issue. So yeah, we'll see how that person fares in the last issue. But this was an incredible read. Mark Millar has not disappointed in 2018. So he's definitely one of my, he might be my writer of the year between him and Donnie Cates. But very impressed with the Magic Order so far. I didn't finish reading this whole thing yet because, like I said, I took a long nap today, and I did read this, and I looked at the clock, like, holy crap, it's almost 7:30. But I did enjoy the first part of the Fantastic Four wedding special. I read the part written by Gail Simone. It had to do with like a female version of the Bull Man, and my highlight was Medusa wanting to make it rain in the strip club using that whatever. I think they like, we need more of that paper currency. So very funny stuff in here so far. Very lighthearted read. Can't wait to read the Dan Slott portion of this, but so far very good. Next up, oh my God, an actual good X-Men book. Thank goodness. X-Men Red issue 11. I think this may be the last issue. We will see, because I thought this was the last issue, and then on the last page it's like, check out X-Men Red Age of X Alpha. I'm like, okay, I thought this was done after 11, but nonetheless, we get a very solid maybe last issue of X-Men Red. They finally settled their differences with Cassandra Nova in a very interesting way, and actually pretty much every team member, well, maybe with the exception of Storm, she gets enough attention as it is in all the other books. But pretty much every member of the team gets a cool moment in this comic. So if you guys are looking for a real X-Men book that's decent, check out X-Men Red. This is actually a pretty solid finale to the storyline. So I was very happy with this. I've been very hard on X-Men lately, but X-Men Red has been the saving grace for the whole thing. Next up, I got the Batman Who Laughs #1. I gotta be honest, this was a little bit confusing and all over the place for me. But the Jock art, as usual, you guys know me, I like Jock. The art was definitely on point. I always like his Joker and his special speech bubbles that are like all jacked up for the Joker. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna stay on board on this to see what's going on. But a very strange first issue. I couldn't tell if this is supposed to be taking place in our normal DC universe, or if it was like an alternate dark metal universe type timeline, or if it's the origin of the Batman Who Laughs, or if the origin of the Batman Who Laughs is happening to our Batman. I was a little confused by this, I'll be honest. But nonetheless, I want to stay tuned to see what's going on there. And one series, I still ain't read issue 2, so I haven't read issue 3 yet. Murder Falcon #3. Issue 1 was really good. I put it on my pull list. And shame on me, I still need to read issue 2, and now I need to read issue 3. So it's coming out as fast as I can read it. So before I get into the reason everybody came here today to witness the Bueller box unboxing, I want to go over the chat. So we got JD in the chat. He says, nice opening my Bueller box later. He says he's C2E2 bound baby, as well as I think about everybody else in the community. So cheers, JD. Nice cup of water there. At least you get your collectible cup while you go to C2E2 next year. We got Double S Comics Radio. Let's see what nickname he has this week. He's sticking with Mr. Dare to Defy. Hashtag CW. I like it. We got, I don't know if this guy took out a bank loan to participate in the auctions this weekend, but we got Comic Books NYC in the chat. He threw down a lot of money for the Hero Initiative. So big shout out to Comic Books NYC. He got himself some good stuff this weekend. So he says he unboxed his Bueller box earlier. We got Daniel Yabar in the chat. He says, what's going on? We got Comics with Bueller. What's going on, man? He says, okay, I'm kind of nervous to watch you open the Bueller box, I have to admit. We also have Beyond the Blast Doors. He says, a Seawater live stream? I tried to do the question marks there. Oh, and by the way, anyone who bought any comics off of me during the Heroes Initiative live auction this week, your packages were mailed out this morning, priority. So hopefully in the next 3 to 5 days, you will see your auction winning. So I know Beyond the Blast Doors won a slab for me, and I think there were a couple other people. Well, there were a couple other people that won stuff from me. So definitely keep an eye out on your mailboxes and that stuff. You should see stuff very soon. And while I'm at it, talking about the auction, I'm just going to go ahead and say my YouTuber of the week is Edwin from Strictly Comics. I put his link in the description below. If nothing else, I'm sure about everyone here participated in the auction or heard about the auction. Definitely at least give Edwin a sub at the very least, because he's been busting his ass getting this auction ready for the community. And him and Legend, they put in a ton of hard work to put this, and they're doing another auction this weekend too, just because there was such an outpour of books and stuff for the cause. They're having to do a third auction. So definitely, sub him up, show him some love and all that good stuff. Next up in the chat, thank you guys for tuning in. I already got 18 viewers, so thank you so much for that. We've got Sam's Tangled Web. He says, hey, what's going on? Glad you could make it, Sam's Tangled Web. We got Comic Core Chad. He says, sorry, I'm just waiting. Worked super long day, but couldn't wait to see a very special unboxing. Well, we got Chad Bueller. We're talking about Legend. I do have to plug later tonight, probably a little after 10, maybe around 11 o'clock Eastern. We'll be having on the Great Legend Show channel our WWE TLC review. So tune in to see what I thought of matches such as Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Chad said I think Chad said he really liked it. We're going to have some words about that match. So definitely turn your notification bell on the Great Legend Show channel to see our review of WWE TLC. That's later tonight. So I guess you'll get a double dose of Carson today. So some people might like that. And yeah, good luck with that. Anyway, we've got, who else? We've got Brett Hess already says, what's good, Wood? So happy to have Brett Hess art in the chat. Everyone just saying hi to each other. We got DS Comics in the chat. What is going on, DS Comics? He's got himself a lot of cool books. So sub up DS Comics. He's always showing them off on Bub's Comics No Faces chat. And TJ Watson, the Slab Dragon, he says, hi, everyone. Glad to have him in the chat as well. All right. So without further ado, I do want to get to this first because I know Bueller's anxiously waiting. He's just like, stop talking about the chat and get to the box. I need to see what I sent you. So we got ourselves one of these Bueller boxes. As I was leaving to go mail my stuff this morning, I heard the mail lady. She literally threw. I watched her throw this onto my steps out there. I heard this like, boom, and I'm like, oh, there's the Bueller box. So I got to shout out Bueller though. I love his use of like these freebie Marvel, like what's coming out in a few months thing. So this is the packing material. There's bubble wrap and obviously that stuff too. They're protected, but these are just box fillers so they wouldn't get jostled around. So I've always asked myself, like, what do you like? Do you collect these things? Do you pitch them? So Bueller's found like the perfect use for these things, box fillers. So I will definitely be replicating this down the line. So I very much respect this Bueller and think it's a great idea for these freebies. So there we go. Love it. All right, so here we go. I think there's supposed to be, I can't remember how many books come with this. I just knew I had to get on board. Oh, I already see one I needed to. So already a big thumbs up for the Bueller box. I got one book in here I was actually looking for. for a minute. So let's get this bubble wrap off and see what else we got. That's a pretty good book, Bueller. So right on top of the stack, I got Legends #3, if I remember correctly. Yep, he even put a note on the back. It says first team appearance of the Suicide Squad. So right off the bat, that's a pretty nice key to be in the Bueller box. So definitely stay tuned for the second Bueller box. I think he said he's going to put his $3 slabs that he found at I think a thrift or an antique store in the next round of Bueller boxes. So expect stuff like this as a really nice key. So thank you for that, Bueller. Next up, we got a Flashpoint book. So looks like Legion of Doom #1. You must have known. I like myself some Legion of Doom. Let's see if I have one more wrestling impression in me today. And I'm thinking of Hawk and Animal there. So take a water drink first. Ooh, rush. So there we go. Let's see. There's some Road Warriors there. We also have issue 2 of that. And issue 3, so I got a whole run. So nice. I can actually read this all the way through. I like that. So never heard of that writer, the Adam Glass. Interesting. So we got me some Flashpoint action there. Got some Secret Origins #1. I actually see this at Half Price Books all the time. I believe that looks like that might be a Lee Bermejo cover on that. So very nice. Oh, this one's real nice. I think I was starting to collect this run too. Marvel Comics presents Weapon X 73. So very nice stuff there. I think a couple I can't remember if it was before. Maybe it was 72 I have. So happy to have that one. Actually, I think I already have this one too. This was always a nice cover, I thought. New Defenders 144. So awesome book there. We got Spider Island Herc issue 7. So that's a really funny looking Herc in a Spidey costume. Oh, this is cool. We got Iron Man 117. So I've been trying to actually get a few of these earlier Iron Mans as well. I actually got a few to show off here in a little bit. So definitely a nice get there. We got Uncanny X-Men 444. I believe this was the return of Chris Claremont to the X-Men title after some time off of it. And actually he has Alan Davis with him and Mark Farmer as well. So that's a pretty nice book right there. Oh, nice. Bueller, he must have knew he was sending this to me. Got an issue of Chew in there, too, as well. So Chew issue 40. You guys know me at this point. I love me some Chew comic books. So this has definitely been going right in the collection as well. So, yeah, all in all, I'd say a very successful mystery box, Bueller. Very good stuff here, like especially the first team appearance of Suicide Squad. I've been looking for this for a minute. So, big thanks to Comics with Bueller for the Bueller box. So definitely look for the next round because he says it's just going to keep getting bigger and better. I don't know if the price is going to stay the same because I think he can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. I think it was only like $11.99 plus shipping for all these comics. So a very nice value for what you get there. So big thanks, big shout out to Comics with Bueller. Once again, if you like Bueller, Chad, Legend, me, check us out tonight on Great Legend Channel, WWE TLC Review. And also, I guess we may as well just get our plugs out of the way. Bueller is also part of the panel on Comic Core every Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Definitely, sub up Comic Core. Wait for that Friday notification to go off because you never know what's going to happen on the Comic Core. All right, before we get into some more books, let's see who else joined in the chat. Everyone's just saying hi to each other. It looks like... Scrolling down. I need to find a way to save my spot so when I keep rambling, I can go back to the chat. But anyway, we got JP from All About Comics. He says, hey, I believe JP, myself, and a few others were having another community auction on his channel on All About Comics. So some of All About Comics, if you like the auction scene. We are having an auction, I believe, a week from tomorrow on the 26th. So you might see books like I just showed. You never know. So been a while since I did an auction, so looking forward to doing one with him. Hopefully my work schedule doesn't change, knock on wood, because it's been a hectic holiday, but so far I've got a nice little vacation lined up after Christmas Eve. So hopefully none of that changes. We got Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson in the chat. He says, slap it. Him and I believe it was on Tony Sanders' channel, him, JD, And I think it was Economics and Comics, if I remember right. So there was like 10,000 live streams all at the same time last night. They had a slab or not to slab show on Tony Sanders' channel. So they're still saying slab things. So yeah, gotta love that. They had some awesome views going on last week. We got World of Wonder. That's a new person in the chat. What's going on, World of Wonder? He says, do they have any porn comics? So sorry, no porn comics in the Bueller box. But nice to see you in the chat, buddy. Let's see. We got Pope Grimy. He says, what's in the box? You got to watch it on the rewind, man. Yeah, this is in the box, Pope Grimy. That's the main one. So other nice things as well. And Bueller says, glad you liked it, my friend. Yeah, absolutely, Bueller. Absolutely. So once again, Comics with Bueller, check his stuff out. Get his box. Thumbs up for me. Have my endorsement. So there you go, Bueller. And then we got Prowler671 joining the chat. And oh yeah, and then All About Comics JP is saying they had actually a mini Comics and Cold one last night on Monday. They had a special guest advertising his Kickstarter, I believe, on their chat. Like I said, I was dead tired after work, so I kind of just popped into like 4 live streams and just said what's up to everybody, because I think the Warriors were going, Tony Sanders was going, and All About Comics was going. Man, everyone keeps rolling in here. We got Mr. White Gloves, Splash Page Comics. He says what's going on, and then we got the Great Legends Show saying what's up. So glad everyone can make it tonight. All right, so you guys are probably like, just get back into the books. Come on. But anyway, I finally got a package. I don't think I've showed this one yet. If I have, I guess stop me. But I got speaking of the New York Warriors earlier, I got a auction winning from a few weeks ago from the name, the man, the face you can trust, Jeff Johnson. He had a pretty good lot of Fantastic Four books up. So Legend, you got here just in time. So I think I got this for a steal too, if I remember right. It was like maybe 20, 30 bucks or something. It wasn't anything too bad. So I got Fantastic Four 296. So everyone loves these Marvel anniversary, 25th anniversary covers. So I always think these are nice to get. Maybe I'll start collecting them myself, because I like to collect everything, unfortunately. So definitely happy to have that. We got Fantastic Four Isla de la Muerte. So I haven't heard of this one, but just a one shot that was thrown in. So it looks like Ben Grimm can't even take a vacation without people bugging him. So definitely enjoy, vacation Ben Grimm there. One of the reasons I wanted to get this lot, he threw in the reprint Fantastic Four #1 that just came out pretty recently. I guess it might supposed to have all the ads and all in it. So I'm looking forward to popping this open and looking at it, but it is a very nice looking copy nonetheless. So happy to have that. And then the sorry, frog in my throat. Always got to have water on these live streams. Main one I wanted, Fantastic Four #59. So always like this Inhumans cover. I already put it in that nice shiny Mylar. So hey, how's it going, guys? So there's the Mylar Reflection of the Night, brought to you by Fantastic Four #59. So once again, very happy with the slot. Thanks again to Jeff Johnson for hooking up a deal on the New York Warriors auction. So definitely happy with that lot. And then just another update on a eBay auction I won. So if you guys were tuning in last week, I bought a new Teen Titans lot that came in like a Dollar Tree bag packed into a cardboard box, and they weren't the greatest condition, but they weren't destroyed. But I needed a new Teen Titans issue too, and I know we got Mr. White Gloves in the chat. Mr. White Gloves, Splash Page, you probably would have had a heart attack seeing how this thing was shipped. Like basically, more or less, this thing was shipped via the Jason Smith media mail method. It was in just a manila envelope. It had at least they had the decency to put it in an actual bag this time. This is not the bag. This is my Mylar bag replacement. But anyway, they just took 2 basic comic boards. They taped them together. They just had it in like the oldest, crustiest bag you've seen. They taped it together, and they put it in a manila envelope and just mailed it to me. Thank God they didn't try to put it in my mailbox, because they would have creased the crap out of that. So I see Splash Pages like, no. But nonetheless, here's the issue. New Teen Titans #2. At the very end of the day, at least I got the issue. So if you guys remember, I think I've got like 10 comics out of this lot now. So it was about a $40 lot. So realistically, I only paid like $4 an issue. And considering this is one of the issues, this is a pretty solid deal. The only other thing that really, really got to me was this. So I don't know if you guys noticed that chunk out of the corner. So of course, in the eBay picture, they had it cut off right here and a little bit up there, which there's nothing too much wrong up there. It looks like it just needs to be pressed, but nonetheless, I'm not exactly the biggest condition person. I'll read my books, but it just peeves me a little bit that they cropped this part out and it wasn't in the description. At the end of the day, I still gave some decent feedback because they did throw in some books for free. But come on, that's something you got to put in the description, guys. Like seriously. But nonetheless, the spine's actually not too bad. The book could use a pressing and cleaning, but hey, I'll take a first appearance of Deathstroke for $4 all day. It's an absolutely amazing comic book. I've started reading the new Teen Titans run on top of everything else I've been trying to read. So still thumbs up for this lot. At least the price was right on it, but man, it was kind of a hassle getting this book off eBay. So there's your eBay horror story of the day. And I do want to get back into the chat before I show off my local shop finds that I got also as well. We still got everybody saying hi to each other. And here's my next wrestling impression for that. We got Bake the Snake. He says, what's shaking? Glad you could join us, Bake the Snake. One of my favorite new people in the community. Definitely check his stuff out. Is that Comic Tom 101 in the chat? What is going on, Comic Tom 101? So that's awesome. Glad you could join us, Comic Tom. We also have the Gray Man. He says, hey, well, folks, what's up? It must be like in the middle of the night, 4 a.m. for the Gray Man. So glad he can make it. Hopefully, I'm not keeping him awake. We've also got Poor Man's Comics. He's bid $1 on this. So what's going on? A Poor Man's Comics. Glad you could join us. Man, everyone keeps hopping in here. We got Big Lion Cat 646. He says, hey, everybody, check out Big Lion Cat on his channel. He's starting to do the auction scene as well by himself. So he's hooking up everybody in the community with deals. So check out Big Lion Cat 646. And also we've got Wolf Blitz. Yeah, he definitely says that whole lot was shady. So if Wolf Blitz emails you, once again, I said this last week, I'll say it this week. If Wolf Blitz emails you wanting to hook you up with books like this, answer the email, take him up on his offer. You will not get books with chunks missing like that. You'll get nice minty copies of books like this. So Saga Something 21. I've actually been reading these Wolf Blitz. They're excellent reads. So I'm going to try to read all the Alan Moore Swamp Things as well. So who else we got in the chat? We've got a new person in the chat, Raymond Dean. What is going on, Raymond Dean? Glad you could make it, man. And then we've also got Ruben Neves. So yo, what's up, everyone? Glad you could join us, Ruben. It's always great to have you in the chat. All right, let's see what else I picked up this week. So I went to a Half Price Books, not the outlet store I go to get everything for $1 and everything for 20 cents. But it was actually in Greenwood, Indiana. They have like a really awesome guy who works there. He really knows his stuff and how to price things to sell. So sometimes they have some high dollar stuff, but sometimes they just have some decent books for starting at $1.50 a piece. So I'll show you guys what I found this time. Got a issue of Superman 324 for $1.50. So it's like some nice mid 80s stuff there. So I always get suckered into getting these older Supermans. I like my 90s Superman, but usually like pre-crisis, I don't collect a lot of pre-crisis Superman. But I keep finding myself, the older I get, and appreciating these older Superman covers some more. And yeah, I guess I don't know if they did the newsstand variants, but I haven't done my newsstand taunt yet. So here we go. This copy is a newsstand. So there you go. There's your one for the night. Next up, speaking of the 25th anniversary covers, we got Classic X-Men #3. Beautiful Storm cover. I believe that's Arthur Adams. Yes, it is. So just had to get to collect these beautiful covers. So I found a little bit of a run. So we got Classic #5. Once again, you can't beat this Arthur Adams art. #7. #4. Sorry, they're out of order. I originally had them in order. I guess the clerk shuffled them all up. So just an awesome Storm cover there. And #6. So there we go. Next up, we got a cool George Perez cover I found on Action Comics, issue 648. Wow, the back of this book is gross. So Yeah, I'll probably be rebagging that one. Whew. But nonetheless, I saw George Perez's name on a comic for $1.50 and had to have it. So looks like he's fighting some Metallo Brainiac, or it's Brainiac, sorry, some Brainiac robots. So I'd love me some George Perez. I don't know if poor man's still in the chat. He'll kind of appreciate this one. Had to get me another copy of Superman issue 50. This is not the newsstand, but nonetheless, it's that weird second print that says historic engagement issue. So I figured why not just start collecting the whole set since I already had the newsstand ghost of the second print and the regular first print. So I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and get the second print direct edition because why not? And then every time I've been seeing these lately, I've been picking them up. I already have all the Perez covers because I bought those when they originally came out, but I don't see the Jim Lee covers laying around at all. So I found the Jim Lee issue 2 cover. So really awesome Power Girl cover there with the whole family from Crisis on Infinite Earths that went into the void. So there is that. All right, let's see what the chat is saying about those hauls, because I saw a couple good notes. Poor Man says the most important issues of Classic X-Men are 71 through 79. I'll have to check those out. And then he says, did you slab that newsstand second print? I have not. I think I still got it in a pile. Like I have this like pile of comics. Sometimes I'll just whip out stuff like, this or, this. So I think it's probably in this pile of like things I want to slab and take care of and do all kinds of stuff. But the book we're referencing, Poor Man and I, is this Superman issue 50. So once again, it has that historic engagement issue on top, but it is that rare newsstand ghost. So he's speculating, Poor Man was, that like if this was graded and put on eBay, it could possibly be a 4-figure book if the price or the grade was right. So I couldn't even find a copy of this on eBay sold or up for auction. So I have no idea how much this would actually be worth. I'm sure there's like, you just have to get the attention of the right collector for a book like this. Because, honestly, this was thrown in a 20-cent bin when I found it. So, like I said, this is probably worth 20 cents to most people, but there's probably one person out there, if it got graded like an 8.5 or higher, it would probably go for a couple bucks. So, yeah. Hashtag gone too soon, says Great Legend. Says, love the Infinite Crisis Blue Beetle Ted Cord. Yeah, man. I got the, I think I'm going to give one away. I had a Countdown to Infinite Crisis. I love that book. Every time I see it in a dollar bin, I pick it up. So I think I have a few extra copies. On JP's auction, I might throw that into the winner of one of my auctions. So let's see what else you guys are saying here. JD says, Power Girl, so top heavy and perfect proportions. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Let's see what else we got. We got Comics for All People #1. What is going on, man? How's it going? We got a new person in the chat. He says, hello, everyone. Hope your night is good. Yeah, definitely these new people in the chat, definitely sub these people up. I've definitely, usually what I like to do, let the chat upload and kind of mute myself on the rewind because I can't stand my own voice. Sorry, I'm just one of those people. And then I like to check out these channels on the rewind. So Comics for All People #1, definitely check out his channel, sub him up, sub each other up in the chat. All right. I also went to, when I was up in Greenwood today, I went to this store called Comix University again. Usually when I'm up there, I like to visit that store at least one time. Didn't find too much there because I've been looking for a lot of current stuff. But if you guys are looking for like, the B covers and that type of stuff, it's a good place to go. So I bought 4 comics there and I'm going to read. And actually one of them I've already read. We've got The Wrong Earth #1. So a couple weeks back on the Comic Core channel, we had the writer of this book, Tom Payer, and we did an awesome interview with him. And they were lucky, and we were lucky enough to receive some free digital copies of stuff to read. And this was one of the books. This is a really awesome book, guys. So definitely check this out from. Sorry, stepped on my words there. Ahoy Comics, written by Tom Payer and drawn by Jamal Eigel. This book is really good. Once they do a trade or a hardcover, I will be picking that up. So I highly recommend The Wrong Earth. If you guys want to check that out, I highly, highly recommend it. One issue I forgot to buy from my local shop this week, so I was happy to see this shop had it. Have Detective Comics 994. This starts the Peter Tomasi run, I believe, and Doug Mankey. 2 awesome creators I really like on the DC side of things. So I have no idea what's going on in this book because, like I said, I just got back from that store not too long ago. I hadn't had a chance to read this, but people are speculating this might be the best Batman run for a while in the current titles. So looking forward to reading that. I believe it was Drew Manchu who highly recommended this book. Daredevil 612, The Death of Daredevil. I haven't been keeping up with my Daredevil for a while since Mark Waid hopped off the title. But I do like me some Charles Soule and some Phil Noto. So I definitely wanted to make sure I got a copy of this book and saw what was going on in it because I heard it was really good. So picked that up today. And then the last thing I found the B cover for Prodigy issue 1. So if you guys, this was my pick of the week last week. It was really good. If you guys tuned in to see what I thought of the Magic Order, you guys already know what I think of Mark Millar and his work this year. But this was a very, very good issue 1 comic, Prodigy was. So I decided, yeah, why not go ahead and pick up the B cover so I have both. But highly, highly, once again, recommend that. And we still have people flowing into the chat. So let's see where we're at. Everyone just saying hi to each other. Comics for All People says, great book and cover. Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson says, I really like that DC Batman series. And Big Lion says, can't go wrong with Batman. You are absolutely right. Splash Page says, okay, Seawood, need your address, mailing you some gloves. I might take you. I would love to have some official, endorsed, trademarked Mr. White Glove Splash Page Comics white gloves. That would be awesome. I'm so sorry I didn't have a chance to bag and board things yet. I will try to wipe my mitts off, but I won't wipe too hard because I don't want to rub the books because I know you won't like that either. I'm so happy to have Splash Page Comics. He's one of my favorites in the community. My last books of the week, because we're about to the halfway mark, but I did get a good eBay haul because I know I showed the horror story one. I still got a decent deal on. But there was a user, I guess they were just, breaking into the eBay scene, I guess. I noticed they had like almost everything starting at 99 cents. So I followed a lot of auctions and, it came to the last couple hours and no one was bidding on this guy's stuff. So I put in a few bids. A lot of the stuff, basically I think a lot of these books I averaged $4 to $5 a book. I think it was closer to $4 an issue for the stack here. So I thought I got some pretty decent stuff for $4 a piece. So I got Iron Man issue 12. So a nice cheap copy of that. And actually the condition on these books aren't too bad. I think everything's attached and that stuff. The spines could be better, but for the price, I think they're just fine. So I got issue 12, Iron Man issue 15. Like I said, I need to start making a list of these Iron Man books I need because for some reason you can get a lot of good Silver Age Iron Man for cheap. So I'm just gonna keep going for it. We got, like I said, I think it was Big Lion Cat said can't go wrong with Batman. I got me some Batman 207. So nice copy of Batman 207. Love these DC 12 centers. I'll buy those all day, every day. Nah, poor man's they didn't come in the Mylar. I had to add the E. Gerber Mylites 2s myself. I only put them in those halfbacks, not the fullbacks though. We got giant 80-page giant Batman 208. So usually when these spines aren't destroyed, I like picking up these square-bound giant-sized Batmans. So I thought that was a very nice copy for what I paid for it. And then here's another new series for me, I guess, for the Silver Age and Bronze. I guess this would be Bronze Age. Sorry. That I've always kind of wanted to collect. I've just never seen the stuff for a decent price. So I hopped all over these when I found them. So I got Wonder Woman at $195 from the Diana Prince. I don't have a lot of Powers run, I guess. So we're pretty nice copies, in my opinion, of that. So we got that. And we also have 198. I think that's a pretty nice cover on that. We've also got 189, Red for Death. So once again, Wonder Woman with a machine gun. You can't go wrong with Wonder Woman with a machine gun. You take one thing away from my stream tonight. There you go. So, and then the last book of the night, we've got Wonder Woman 202. So just a nice copy of Wonder Woman there during that Diana Prince run. So very nice haul, in my opinion. And the bags they came in, they're a little aged, but they weren't too bad. I think I actually saved a bunch of them to put some of like my well, my mystery box finds from my local shop in. So thought that was very nice. Big lion cats keeping track of the likes. Thanks guys for the likes. That's awesome. Sorry, I'm streaming in a Google Hangout, so I don't have views on the likes. So apparently I have 17 likes. So big thanks, guys. That's awesome. Comics for All People says great books, so I appreciate that. Comic Books NYC says Silver Age Batman. There you go. Looks like Bake the Snake is getting a package from All About Comics, so that sounds awesome. You'll definitely get a decent package if JP's sending you a package. Big Lion Cat says, I'm going to make magic. I'm going to change that like 15 to 16. So he's just pumping up those likes, so I appreciate that. All right, so I just had a little bit of a topic tonight. It'll probably be a little bit of a shorter show than normal because, like I said, I woke up a little bit hungry tonight. So give me some Taco Bell before we start the TLC review later tonight. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about, New Year's resolutions and collecting goals, I guess. So as you can kind of see behind me, and if you guys could see beside me and my table here and my staging area up here, I have a lot of comic books. For whatever reason, I like to collect tons and tons of books. So usually like getting this many is almost the norm for me, like every week. And this isn't even all the ones I got this week. So sorry, I just saw Big Lion Cat post a bunch of tacos that made me laugh. So I was just wondering what your guys' collecting goals were for 2019, because mine, I need to scale back what I'm getting. And I think to do that, I'm going to create my 2019 top 10 want list, like I'm sure a lot of other people in the community are going to do. But what I'm going to do with that top 10 list is those are the only 10 books I'm going to try to buy online. By that, I mean, when I go to eBay, maybe even the community auctions, if something's up and it's not on that top 10 list, I'm probably just going to end up passing on it. Because I need to cut down on getting these big lots of books. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a top 10 list together, and I'm just going to only focus on those 10 books. So that's why I haven't made my list yet, because I'm probably going to scale back. And because I'm just collecting stuff too. I'm running out of room. So it's either that or I need to have like this big purge of the collection. Splash Page is asking if I've got a fever. I'm sure this won't last. You guys know New Year's resolutions are made to be broken for the most part. So Splash Page. I need those gloves. If I get those gloves, I might actually have to break that early on. But yeah, I mean, I've had a blast collecting. This like 2018 has been my favorite year of collecting I've ever had, basically. So I've really enjoyed supporting the community in the auctions, digging in those antique shops. I've actually had a lot of great luck with eBay up until my new Teen Titans #2 debacle. But yeah, I'd like to sell more this year. But you know me, I have a hard time letting go of a lot of my books, unfortunately. So I really just need to look at each box, cut about like maybe 20% of what's in each box, because I only got one shelf left, and I don't really want to use that shelf left, and it's in that closet. And I don't like storing the comics in the closet. I like to show them off behind me like that. So definitely want to streamline my collecting goals. I might cut down on my local pulls too, but I hate not supporting my local shop that much. But a lot of these newer comics, hold your ears like this, Splash Page. A lot of my newer comics I've kind of enjoyed reading a little bit more digitally on my iPad. Okay, you can unplug your ears now. We stop talking about the digital word. But I like getting stuff like this, but I've also been reading it digitally. So this would be one thing I'd put, to focus on my list. So I'm going to make a top 10 list. I'm going to look for that stuff using whatever means, eBay, community auctions, what have you. And then I'm probably going to go after a couple runs to complete those. So the 2 runs I want to go after next year to complete 100% are the Wolfman and Perez New Teen Titans run. I think I've talked about that previously. I definitely want to get all the issues. I still need to take inventory to see what issues are, because I know a couple people in the community reached out to me saying they have doubles, but I don't want to take people's doubles and then make them my doubles. So, and then the other one would be the Allamore Swamp Thing run. I want to make sure I have this thing top to bottom, because I've been reading this, and this has been an awesome run so far. Actually, I think I'm going to collect the Grant Morrison Animal Man too, because I've had a blast reading that omnibus so far. I know Great Legend, he's also reading it on the side too. I think I'm just going to try to get every individual issue of that, so I have a long way to go there. But yeah, a lot of interesting things popping up in the chat, so let me get to the chat. So like I said, so I'm so sorry, Splash Page. You know me, I'm going to not do any of this. I'm going to collect more than ever in 2019, most likely. So let's see what we got. Poor Man says, my goal next year is to sell more than I buy. That's a pretty respectable goal. Poor Man, when you start selling that the Hughes Supergirl Legion 23 variant, let me know. But I'm cheap. I'm extremely cheap. Splash Page definitely says build on. Comic Book NYC says he's working on his 2019 list tomorrow. All About Comics says my goal is to get everyone here supporting my Kickstarter. LOL. Yeah, I don't. If once your Kickstarter is live, JP, definitely make sure if you're ever on one of my live streams and that Kickstarter is live, keep copying and pasting that link in this chat. You have my permission. You have the little blue wrench of doom. Paste away. So once that Kickstarter goes live, plug it like a a lamp basically. So definitely want to make sure everybody knows about JP's Kickstarter once that goes up. Wolfblitz, he's doing cartwheels. He says everybody's selling. Even Wolfblitz is selling. Even he buys a lot too. So Comics for All People says, I want to get that many books. Whoops. Sorry, I didn't have it froze there. So it disappeared on me. Says just starting about 6 months ago, up to 1,000. Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's always fun to collect the big lots and then see what's in those big lots. That's what Poor Man was asking. You're selling that Gotham City Sirens J.G. Jones? No, the wall books are probably staying on the wall. Sorry, Poor Man. They are definitely good. Yeah, JP agrees. He's just focusing on his list. TJ Watson says, I have too many squirrel moments to make plans. Look, something shiny. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm that same way, man. I just keep getting. I mean, when a good deal's a good deal. When you see a deal, you just hop all over it. But with all that being said, I do plan on keep hitting antique shops, thrift stores, and getting the stuff from there. It's mainly the online aspect I want to cut down on, and maybe some of the the $4.99 pulls from my local shop I'm just not enjoying as much. So if I see like a stack this big of Silver Age and Bronze Age stuff for like $1 a piece, oh, you better believe I'm buying every one that's in good condition. So don't unfriend me quite yet, Splash Page. Great Legends doing his plug while I was talking about plugs. He says, make sure you come out to part 3 of the 2018 Comic Book Community Hero Edition of Live Auction on my channel, or by mine, I mean his channel. Sorry, I was reading. So sub up Great Legends Show. Turn on those notifications if you like auctions. We have, Jeffrey and I are also asking what time, and Legend says 8 p.m. Eastern this weekend. So I think that's Saturday, if I remember right. So 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday. Bake is asking if I've seen those Shredder and Hell covers yet. I have not. I'll definitely have to take a look at those. That sounds like Shredder and Hell. That sounds almost as metal as Dark Knight's metal. And Big Lion says, don't mess with the snake. Sam Stangled Webb says, I need my paper review. Yeah, Sam, stay tuned tonight. It will be live probably after 10 p.m. Eastern. If Legend wants to post a time down below when we're actually doing that, he will let you know what time the TLC review will be tonight. Double S says, again, shout out to my friends and future YouTube comic community members under the handles Ultimo, Atomico, and Dread Kid. So I haven't heard of those two, so I'll definitely have to check them out, Double S. Splash Page says, all I want for Xmas is a Bluetooth LOL. Yeah, well, I might give you, we'll give Splash Page just as an apology for handling the books without gloves, without bags. After the stream, I will give Splash Page Comics the Blue Wrench of Doom. So you heard it here first. We've got Comic Spectre in the chat. What's going on? He says, good evening, everyone. We also have Mr. Gretzky, 9966. He says, just bought some Detective Comics. Hey, like Big Lion Cat said above, you can't go wrong with some Batman. We got Discovery Bay Comics. He says, hey, everyone, I believe he also did a Bueller box unboxing on his channel. So check out Discovery Bay Comics. And also, I got to let Discovery Bay Comics know your package was sent out this morning. So definitely look out for your package coming to you from the auction this weekend. All About Comics says, my goal number 3, stay away from those Facebook groups. Yeah, I don't even get involved in those. Like, I already got enough vices and ways to buy comics. I don't need to add more to that. So Gretzky9966 says, I'm staying my Archies and Fantastic Four. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Some FF and some Archie. We all know how much everyone loves that Riverdale nowadays. Another shout out to the legend. Big Six says, rounds 1 and 2 were awesome. Can't wait for round 3. Yep. Discovery Bay Comics saying, saw with the Bueller box unboxing he had. We've got Gills 311. What's going on, Gills 311? He says top rope elbow. So there you go. Good old Macho Man Sky elbow. If you guys like seeing those like cool, local like antique store, thrift shop, open up a storage locker, cool finds, check out Gills 311's channel. He has some just insane finds that he finds. Like it's crazy what Gills 311 digs up out of the trenches and makes comic book gold, basically. So check out Gills 311's channel. And everyone's saying Lucio Perillo was great, says Comic Spectre. Splash Page Comics says, there is a Santa, I believe. And JP says, made the mistake of looking at all of my invoices. Oh my God, I would not want to do that, JP. He said he made the mistake of looking at all of his invoices. So yeah, if I saw a record of everything I bought like from the community and such in 2018, I'd probably just cry. Because, and I'm a homeowner. Like I need like to paint my house and like probably replace carpet in spots and stuff. So as much as I like my surroundings and my comic book room, I should probably take some of that money and put it into taking care of my home. So I'm not just sitting in here one day on my live stream, 7:30 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday night, and the whole thing just caves in on me. So yeah, but like I said, you guys know me. I love comic books. I'm literally surrounded. I could barely get in and out of this room because I have comic books over here. I have comic books there. They're taped to the walls. The staging area is full. So yeah, definitely. I'm probably going to break that one quick, but just to recap the goals once again. So I want to set a top 10 list, and I've got 3 runs I want to complete, and that's everything I'm going to try to look for online. So beyond that, antique shops, thrift stores, that type of stuff, local shops, those are all free game. So Splash Page has killed me. He says, what a way to go, a comic avalanche. So Great Legends asking, what are you getting for Christmas, CW? I don't know. Yeah, I put some Ninja Turtle hardcovers on my want list. So that's my next big thing. And the whole point of, me making these goals isn't to be like, oh, I don't like physical media anymore, blah, blah, blah. I want to read more of the stuff I get, because when you're piling, there's like one lot alone, I don't get a chance to really appreciate the interiors of these comics as much as I want. So like when I got the Wolf Blitz a lot with the Swamp Thing 21 and actually read it, I'm like, man, I need to read more. I mean, I read the new stuff, but in terms of, just the earlier stuff, and, I like going back and read my Alan Moore. That's the stuff, like, I just want to, like, buy a little bit less so I can read a little bit more and appreciate what I have in my collection currently. Because, like, the Turtles hardcovers, the IDW ongoing stuff, I read most of the first one, and it's amazing. But I want to read all of them. So I definitely want to make more time just to read stuff. Yeah, JP says it's hard to keep up. Absolutely. We got CLRG Comics in the chat. He says, hi there, just tuning in. What's your favorite comic series? He is asking. Man, that's tough. I guess so far my favorite comic series this week, because it'll change tomorrow, is Saga of Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. So far, I've really, really been enjoying this. Close second would be the Grant Morrison Animal Man. That's also what I'm reading on the side. So once I complete those 2, the Turtles run's probably going to be next. So, yeah, and then I'll tackle all the omnibuys or omnibuses or whatever you want to call them over there after that. So, yeah, got a lot of reading to do. Discovery Bay says, I timestamped it if you want to jump into your part. Oh, that's kind of cool. Comic Spectre says, I just try to get omnibus books for actual reading. Yeah, that's a good idea. Usually I just go to instocktrades.com to get my hardcovers and that stuff, because usually around the holidays they run, everything starts 42% off usually on their site. It's DC, Marvel, or Image. And then sometimes, like Black Friday, they ran like 50% off, and usually the deals of the week are 50% off. So I'm going to stop plugging them, though, because they're not giving me anything. So check out that website that I'm not going to put the link into the chat because I'm not a paid sponsor. Comic Books NYC says, yeah, I tend to get reading done with trade paperbacks and hardcovers nowadays, but I still have a small sampling of new floppies week to week. Bake says, I do it because I have to. I'd rather grab the trade. Yeah, trades are absolutely excellent. I mean, especially if you're collecting on a budget, you can't beat trades because, I mean, it kind of sucks getting them like right off the shelf in like a Barnes & Noble because you're paying maximum amount. But if you go online, you can get trades for dirt cheap. Or if you go to like a Half Price Books or Second and Charles, any type of those stores, you can get them for like $1 to $3 sometimes. CLRG says, thanks all about comics. Why you subscribe? I'm not mad. Thanks so much. So definitely, once again, sub each other up in the chat. A lot of love in the community going on right now with the Heroes Initiative auction. So it's about 10 till my normal spot. So I'm going to go ahead and just start signing off with the last plugs and stuff. So once again, well, actually, I do kind of have one maybe announcement. Maybe. Tomorrow's my birthday. So I was talking to JP from All About Comics. I may, if I'm filling up to it and there's not too much going on in the community, I might have a birthday bash on this channel similar to what All About Comics had for Halloween. Probably nothing that crazy because he had quite the turnout and the whole Harrow County thing got nuts. I think that was on a weekend, but tomorrow's Wednesday, which is obviously New Comic Book Day. So I don't think people will party that hard, but I might just flip the live switch on, send out a few invite links if I can figure that out. And I might just have a little bit of a birthday celebration and see what happens. I have no plans on what I would talk about. I might just be sitting here by myself with like some Upland beers, hashtag drink local. But yeah, I might do that tomorrow. We'll see. I know JP really wants me to do it. So yeah, maybe I'd probably do it around 10 p.m. tomorrow. I actually switched my work schedule around so I don't have to be up at 5 a.m. in the morning at work. So definitely, check around 10 p.m. tomorrow Eastern. I might have something live going on this channel. Beyond that, the next 2 weeks, I will not be having a Tuesday night live stream, unfortunately. I guess kind of fortunately because the next 2 Tuesdays are Christmas and New Year's. I may do something on New Year's Day if I'm back in the city, but obviously I'll probably be traveling for New Year's, and then I'll be hosting my family's Christmas here at my house on Christmas. So I definitely won't have time on Christmas Day to do any type of anything like that. So, and most people probably be busy too. So I don't think anyone will be like, open up presents, but I gotta see what C-Winter19's doing on his channel. So probably won't be back till 2019 with one of these official Tuesday night live streams. So sorry about that, I guess, guys. But like I said, I might do a birthday celebration tomorrow. People keep popping in, so I gotta stop and say hi to them. We've got Jason Smith in the chat. What is going on, Jason Smith? I just got a nice medium L package. I'll let Jason Smith. So he says he was at the post office. So we definitely got to say hi to Jason real quick. He says, damn, I'm late. 7:30 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday, Jason. All About Comics says, live Christmas Day opening gifts. So I don't know about that. I don't think anyone wants to see what my family like. My dad got flashlights. Yay, give likes and thumbs up. So, but yeah, definitely stay tuned for that tomorrow. Friday, Comic Core. I believe we're having the Christmas episode of Comic Core this Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Tune in because once again, you never know who's going to show up, what's going to happen on the Comic Core. There still may be a huge special guest lined up for this Friday night on the Comic Core. I have not heard an update on that yet. But once again, stay tuned to that because at the very least, we always have fun on the Comic Core every Friday nights. Saturday, I believe, is the Legends next final live auction of the year. Benefiting the Hero Initiative. And then once again, last plug, tonight, probably around 10:30, 11 Eastern. I haven't heard the exact time yet. It's usually just whenever I get the invite, we'll start it. WWE TLC, the review, will be on the Great Legends Show channel. So let me just go ahead and put on my wrestling thinking cap here. Sorry, I need a haircut too. So, oh, I always love this hat. It looks so dumb. But anyway, check us out on the Great Legend Show. Bueller from Comics of Bueller, Chad from the Comic Corps, Great Legend, and I be reviewing the latest wrestling pay-per-view, WWE TLC. I have some interesting thoughts on TLC. They're not all positive, so I guess if you want to hear me rant on wrestling tonight, definitely check us out on the Great Legend Show channel. I am really looking forward to talking about some wrestling tonight with those three guys. They're all awesome. They're always fun to chat with. I think we have great chemistry together reviewing pay-per-views. So definitely enjoy. At the very least, it's the most fun I have doing this type of stuff. Just shooting the crap about wrestling. And then especially Raw and SmackDown. We'll be talking a little bit about that. I actually got to get off here real quick so I can see exactly what's going on SmackDown because that's happening right now. And I know that Raw was just weird and insane last night. So I got to read a full recap of that before we go live tonight. So with that being said, big thanks to everybody in the chat. Baked Steak, Jay Smith, CLRG Comics, Big Lion Cat 646. All About Comics. Everybody, Discovery Bay Comics. Comics for All People #1. My newest soon-to-be moderator, Splash Page Comics. And everybody else, thank you so much. So here's my gimmick sign-off for the night. So, oh my God, we got Sting in the Raptors. Luger's coming up. The NWO is coming and invading. We're running out of time. We've got to tape